He was taking a day off, relaxing himself in a bathtub. Being doctor himself, maybe he wanted to relieve his serious skin problem in his bathtub. Then a young girl visited his house for urgent message. For some reason, he allowed the woman to enter into his bathroom. There, only two persons in the small bathroom. She suddenly pulled up a knife and killed him. That's how Jean-Paul Marat, a leader, agitator, butcher of French Revolution, was forced to end his dramatic life in 1793. He was a doctor before the revolution, but he rose as a leader of the revolution as he was smart, vocal, and brutal. I don't want to evaluate his role during the revolution. In short, he was much loved, much hated, much idolized, and eventually almost forgotten by the people in the history. But here, with this one piece of painting, he has stayed as a martyr until today. Before we look into this painting, we need to talk about the painter. This painting was made by Jacques-Louis David, a painter, so-called a friend of Marat, and a man of multiple political orientations. At this time, David was a vocal supporter of the radical left in power. But some years later, he changed his position to far right and became an admirer of Napoleon. As before, he used his talent for the person in power, making those works like Napoleon at the St. Bernard Pass and the coronation of Napoleon. For David, the switch from the far left to the far right was not a problem, as he was in the revolutionary times, I guess. So when we see this painting, The Death of Marat, we need to remember that this is dedicated by the painter to the radical left which was ruling the France at the time. That's why in here, Marat is depicted like a Jesus. The message here is simple. David was trying to tell us that Marat died for the people, just like Jesus. Marat looked like a Jesus in the painting. To the very moment of his sudden death, Marat was writing a letter of recommendation for his assassin without knowing her true intent. In fact, making him as another Jesus was the intent of then ruling group in France. In his funeral, this was announced as elegy. Like Jesus, Marat loved ardently the people and only them. Like Jesus, Marat hated kings, nobles, priests, rogues, and like Jesus, he never stopped fighting against those plagues of the people. Just like that, you don't see any violent stuff in the paintings describing the death of Jesus. This painting looks so peaceful. He's lying there with pale and clean skin. The light from somewhere up there gives us an impression that Marat was some sort of a divine guy, blessed by the God. Of course, this scene was a total creation and fabrication by David. Wait, yet nobody's telling us why Marat allowed the young girl to enter into the bathroom alone. How can you meet a girl, a total stranger, in a bathroom while you are totally naked? Was it normal at the time? Was there anything we don't know? We can get a clue to the answer of these questions from here. This is The Death of Marat by Edvard Munch. Here, Munch is telling us that it was not a simple walk in and kill him case. Maybe this approach is more persuasive than David one. Maybe Charlotte Corday, the killer of the day, was not the first young girl who entered into the Marat's bathroom to get something for her sex. That's why Marat and his servants were not hesitant to send her into the bathroom even though she was a total stranger. And on the day, Corday was sure that she could carry a knife into the bathroom without any problem because she had heard about the girls entering into his bedroom. Moreover, I guess not only Marat, but all the people in power at that time in France must have enjoyed this kind of pleasure casually. That's another secret hidden in the history. It is said that both David, the painter, and the ruling party of France at the time tried to create this martyr image of Marat to justify the bloody mass killing during the revolution. As always, you don't want to know how and why it is made in detail, whether it means a law, Chinese food, or artwork like this. Thank you.